Oh, and welcome to this overview of the improvements to the link editing experience in WordPress 6.5. My name is Dave Smith and I'm acting as the co-editor tech lead for the WordPress 6.5 release, and I'm pleased to be taking you through these changes. If you work with WordPress for any amount of time, you're going to quickly realise you're going to be making quite a lot of links, especially if you're creating content. And that's why contributors have felt it to be sufficiently important to dedicate quite a bit of time to it during the 6.5 cycle. I'm going to take you through some of the improvements. Let's take a look at the link editing experience as it was in WordPress 6.4. I'll select this text WordPress and I'll press the link button in the block toolbar. Here the link UI appears, but there's nothing really useful shown here, and I have to work out I need to type to find search results. I'll do that now. And a list of results appears, but posts and pages are mixed up and it would be easy for me to select the wrong link. Let's try selecting one. As you can see, the link UI completely disappears. That isn't particularly helpful, as now to make changes to that link, I have to reselect the link and then press edit again to reach the editing interface. This isn't a great experience. Let's review how this has changed in WordPress 6.5. I'll select the text WordPress as I did before, and I'll press the link button. But this time, I'm shown a list of results immediately, and these are all pages on my site. This makes it much more easy and more likely that I'll find the page I want on the first go without even having to search. Indeed, you'll notice here that the home result is shown and given prominence. It also has a special icon to denote that it is the front page. Similarly, the blog page, the one set as my post page in reading settings, is flagged with a different icon, again to distinguish it from other pages on my site. Let's select a different page though, like this one. Unlike in previous versions of WordPress, the link UI actually has remained open now. That's really helpful as it confirms the link was created, but also allows me to quickly move back into editing if I made a mistake. Similarly, new controls for removing the link and copying the link are available. For example, I can click here and the link will be copied to my clipboard without having to go into the link editing and copy this manually. These are some of the changes that have been made to make the workflow of creating links a lot more smooth. As well as making changes to creating links, contributors have also focused on improving the editing experience. Specifically, we've worked really hard on improving the accessibility of these interactions for users of assistive technology and keyboard users. In WordPress 6.4, if we move our cursor into the link UI is automatically opened. Whilst this may seem logical, it actually provides an accessibility hurdle to a number of users. This is because there is no notification that this dialog has appeared. Therefore, users of assistive technology do not know that it is present, and when they press Tab, they will suddenly find themselves in an interface they did not know existed, when traditionally Tab should land them in the block toolbar. This is not a good experience, and one which we sought to address in WordPress 6.5. Let's look at how we've improved it. I'll move my cursor into the link again, and you'll notice that this time, no link UI has appeared. This allows me to do other things underneath the link, such as change the actual link text itself, or make part of the link, such as the text here, bold. Let's do that again with the keyboard. I'll select the, and I'll apply italics. And the link UI has not triggered. If I move back into the link, however, and then trigger it by pressing Command K, the shortcut, the link UI does appear. This deliberate action means that users of assistive technology know that they have triggered the link UI, and when they press Tab, they are already inside the link UI. Hitting Escape will transfer my focus back to where I triggered the UI from. These small changes really help to improve the accessibility of this control for all users. The link UI isn't only used for creating links in text, however, it's also of critical importance when using the navigation block. Here we're in WordPress 6.4. If I click into the navigation block and press the Add Block button, I'm shown the link adding interface. But if I want to add a different type of block, such as social icons, it isn't immediately clear how to do this. There is a section here labelled Transform, but that seems counterintuitive. Why is transformation related to adding a social icon block? That isn't clear and has been leading to a source of confusion for many users. Let's see how we've looked to address this in WordPress 6.5. Here I will do the same thing with my navigation block. I click Add, and again we're shown the slimmed down Link UI interface. This time, however, we are shown only pages, which makes it easier to find the correct content. I can still search for posts if I want, but pages are more likely to be added to a navigation block. Similarly, the interface has been greatly slimmed down by the removal of the transform section. This was somewhat limited anyway, as you could only see a couple of blocks that you could transform into. Now we've added this Add Block button. If I click this, I end up in a block picker style interface, which is familiar from elsewhere in the editor. Here I can pick from page links, custom links, buttons, a page list, search or social icons. And this list will change and update depending on the most common blocks you insert into the navigation. I can also click Browse All to see a full list. However, if I did want to just add search, I click and it's added for me. If I go to add a link and then I change my mind and click away, you'll notice that the link is automatically removed for me. Previously, in older versions of WordPress, you would end up with a stale link with no link on it, which could be very confusing. We're hopeful that taken together, these small changes have made it easier than ever to add the correct links or blocks to your navigation. If you'd like to find out more about the effort behind the changes to the Link UI interface in WordPress 5.6, you can check out this GitHub issue, which shows the full rationale behind the changes, including design and all the pull requests and issues where the changes were made. I'll leave a link to this in the comments below this video. For now though, I hope you found this useful and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.